I was very pleased with the first assessment. It was a long process, as in it was a good half an hour, which we discussed everything, because I was obviously wanting to put across my history of what I'd gone through.
Well, the first thing to say is that the symptoms went in 3 or so sessions over about a week and a half.
And I was very nervous about anybody doing anything other than the acupuncture. Daniela, I have to say, was brilliant. She talked me through exactly what was going to happen, so that I felt confident and relaxed about what she was going to do and how she was going to do it. And that was very important.
The other thing that's been very good is I have found, getting a bit older, that it's easy to injure myself doing exercises. And so we worked on building different patterns of muscle movement, is the way I sort of understand it to myself, so that getting this shoulder blade to work with this hip, that kind of thing.
She explained everything simply. And she was quite happy to talk things through. If I didn't understand it, we would go over it. And she always asks if I'm happy to continue and what's happening. So yes, she does. Communication is very good.
And also using the elastic bands, which again I think, rather than picking up weights, the force feels less like it's likely to damage anything. So I think we've been building a foundation for me then to go back to. I don't do a lot of training, but press-ups and stuff without injuring myself.
What you're given to do is not difficult. When you're in pain, you think it's going to be a hard road, and it could take this, or surgeries and all sorts of stuff. But it's not. It's not. So mentally, you think, like I say, if I'm at work and I'm feeling, my back's hurting today and all this sort of stuff, I can just do a few simple exercises. So mentally, it's a lot easier to cope with the pain, because you think, it's okay. I know what's going on. I've been told, well, it's going to be this or it could be that. So just try doing a couple of little stretches here or stretches there.
I've started playing badminton again, which I didn't think I'd ever be able to do. I've started doing little bits of gardening. I can't move pots and do heavy lifting or anything like that. I know my limitations, but yes, I've been able to do an awful lot more, and I'm hoping that I will continue to do so. My mobility now is far superior, and I don't just mean like walking around, but turning round, looking behind me in the car, driving, being able to turn from side to side.
The thing that attracted me most to continuing the treatment was there was no pressure to continue the treatment. I had a session last week because I did something to my glute. I was thinking, right, this is going to take a few weeks, I'm going to have to come weekly or whatever. And I had the one session, it's not long term, try doing this, blah, 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 I'll see you in 4 weeks. You get the treatment that you need, I think. Well, at least I have. Every time I come in, she'll look at me, you might have done this slightly wrong, or whatever it is. And it's just a simple fix. And I'm just continually learning. And hopefully, it means then that I can maintain my running for a lot longer. Coming to each session, I learnt something new about myself. And it only took slight corrections in posture, small little exercises would help.
Well, I think not being in pain has been amazing. That's what I came for. But the extra benefits I've had since having treatment with Daniela, she's got my shoulders moving, she's got my neck moving, she's helped in my balance, because I was struggling with vertigo. So she's brought everything back into line. So yeah, it's made a massive difference. There's been so many other side effects, is that the right word? That's helped along the way with the treatment.
So she had a chart. I liked that there was a standard protocol of things to test. And I was scored against various things, how far I could move my arm, whether there's pain, whether there was mobility, those 2 factors. And clearly, they'd improved. I think we did a middle of sequence test, and we could see how far things had come. Most of them were much better. There was one or two where I wasn't even noticing it, but Daniela said, no, I want that better. And then we've worked beyond that. So that's been really helpful.
I can't recommend Daniela enough. I've got to be honest. No. My wife has even had trouble with a shoulder and got her in. Again, she wasn't sure about what would happen and stuff, but she came in and started seeing Daniela as well.
The staff here look after you. They welcome you. They, when you phone up, even the initial phone call, it's important. You feel like you're important, and it's lovely to want. It makes you want to come. It makes you feel comfortable to come in the first place, even before you've seen anybody. Even that's the receptionists, even before you've seen the practitioners. And I have to say, even the first appointment was it was relaxed. It was, I did feel comfortable. I didn't feel any pressure. And I just felt that I could be safe here. And that was the important thing for me, to feel safe.
I would have quite easily given up the running I'm not saying coming here affected that. I'm just saying I was lucky enough to find a place that helped me and gave me the confidence that I would still be able to go out and run again.
I would say this is definitely a place to come and try, and it's worked. So yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it to. I really didn't. I tried a lot of things and I didn't really expect it to work. And it has.
So we do some exercises to start with, which were hands-on from Daniela. I'd be passive. She would move the joints and stuff. Then she would put some needles in, I don't know quite how long, 15 minutes I suppose, to sort of let that settle. Then she would do some more active work with me and then show me my next exercise and add. So over a few sessions we built up a program for things for me to do at home. I've learned from experience you have to do the exercises as well, you know. But the two together, as I say, got rid of the symptoms fast and left me half an inch taller.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere else now. You know, it's calming, it's comfortable, you feel welcomed, you're looked after. So I wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
It's still your choice, you know, and because at the end of the day, you've got to be comfortable doing it. So, like I say, for me, coming here, I've never been under pressure to keep coming. It's just been my personal choice. Daniela will say 4 weeks, 2 weeks, 6 weeks. I'm happy enough to go with her professional assessment.